A global column is a column that is saved in your system that you can reuse on various different pages. Now, there are a few crucial things to know about global columns, so let's quickly go through them. As you can see in this block, I have three columns. The column with this content, a smaller little spacer column, and a blank column on the side. This one, if you look at the top of the column, it says global column, which means that this has been saved as a global column. So how do you save something as a global column? Let's say you want to add a widget. Let's just add a headline, and we're going to add some text in here, and you make a bunch of changes to the column. Now, if you want to save what you've done here as a global column, you click on column, scroll down to this is a global column, click on select, save current content as a global column, give it a name, and you submit. That will then show up in the available global columns list. Now, I added some content in here, but the dangerous thing with the global columns is that you can overwrite what you've done. So if I now go in and I would load, after I've done a bunch of work, I would load a global column. Now this test global column, it's this one that I've created on the left hand side. As soon as I load this, it will delete everything I've done and replace it with this global column. That's the first thing. The second thing is, now if you make changes to one global column, so the nice thing about this is you can add global columns now in different pages across your website. And this is normally used for menus. Let's say you've got a bunch of pages, you're creating a course or a coaching program or something like that. You've got a bunch of pages with a navigation menu or a block that you use often, which is the same on all the pages. That's where this is used. The thing is now that if you update one global column on one page, it will affect all the others that are saved with the same global column name. So let me give you an example. If I go into this menu and I now just swap, I just put home at the top, and I maybe change this to a bold, and let's say we make it a nice deep blue color. Now, if I save this and I refresh, you'll see that this side will also update. So the home will move to the top and this will become bold. Let me just refresh this page. And there we go. Now this column has updated to the same settings as what we've changed over here. So this is now what a global column does. You can have it on multiple pages, and if you update one of them, the changes will track through to all the other pages where that global column has been inserted. If you do land on a page and you want to use a global column but with slight changes and you don't want it to affect the others, you can load a global column like we've done here. You can go back into the column settings, you can switch the function off and it will remain as the design was, but it now removes the global column settings, which means you can now make changes to this and it's not going to affect anything else you do. If you save this page now, these changes will not affect the global column. So that's how you would load a column, deselect the global column, make changes to that, like if you want to create a new menu or something like that. That is the basics behind a global column, what it is and how to use it.